no, it's not long. Let me see more. Say Anas Habibi.
To be honest with you, I didn't even want to do this one, bruh. I'm not even gonna hold you, bruh. My childhood finna be... The camera ain't even on me, bruh. Hold on, fool. There we go. To be honest with y'all, bruh, I didn't even want to do this one, bruh. This one low-key gonna mess up my childhood, bruh. I ain't even gonna hold you, bruh. We reacting to top 3 scary Chuck E. Cheese stories, bruh.
Where in the world can a kid just be a kid at a place like no other in the world? Chuck E. Cheese's. Chuck E. Cheese's, where a kid can be a kid. Come on and join the fun at Chuck E. Cheese's.
That mouse. He about to mess up, bro. I ain't gonna hold. That dude used to be creepy though. Like, he didn't look the way he used to look, man. Like in them commercials. I'm not even gonna hold you, but I'm low-key. It's low-key gonna freak me out though. Why am I still talking, bro? Let's get right into the video. I'm already starting to get scared, bro. I'm not even gonna hold you.
Remember Chuck E. Cheese?
Oh, what the hell is that?
Of course you do. I just found out they went bankrupt recently. It made me think back to...
Did they go out of business? I think they did due to the COVID.
I was no older than 8 or 9. It was like my 3rd and last time ever at a Chuck E. Cheese. This specific location closed down years ago, but it used to be basically
mouth
down
moving
the
like
street
that,
from our
bro?
old house. My mom took my little brother and I, and she let us roam free and do our own thing and play the games while she sat at one
Chuck
of the
E.
tables
Cheese,
with
bro.
the
It's
games
not
with
even.
our
It
parents.
used to be fun though. I'm not even gonna
playing
hold
this
you.
clown game where you had to shoot the clown's teeth out with this little cannonball shooter.
Oh yeah, I know what
I
that
was playing
is.
the games that would get me the most tickets for the prizes.
Man,
I finished the game again, and the ticket shot out from the ticket slot. That's when I felt a tap on my shoulder. I turned and jumped in my seat. I was greeted with a giant Chuck E. Cheese mascot in my face.
see,
He
bro.
held out his hand for a high five, and naturally I gave him his high five with a smile.
I was
He then
scared,
pointed at
bro.
the
like
tickets and gave me a thumbs up.
I was shaking every time I tried to give him a high
Continued
five.
laughing and smiling and said, "Yeah." Then he pointed at the tickets once more and motioned for me to follow him. So I ripped the tickets from the slot and followed the giant mascot. As we walked across the main floor, a couple other kids around like 6 came up to him saying, "Hey Chucky," and he gave them both high fives. I kept following him, wondering if he'd tell the other kids to follow, but he didn't.
No.
He would turn back every few seconds to make sure I was still following. Finally, we made it across the main floor by the stage towards this back area, where he waved me to follow him through this employee
See what I'm
door.
saying?
From what I remember about how I was feeling, let's just say a combination of weird and excited.
Weird and yeah, you
I entered
tripping.
this narrow hallway, and I felt kind of special for being allowed access back here. Keep in mind, I had the mind and maturity of a very young child.
Oh no.
The mascot
I
looked into his
didn't.
back
To be
window
honest,
and
I
motioned
didn't.
for me to enter first, so I did. It was this small changing room type of room. It had a few lockers on one wall and one long bench extending half the length of the room.
No.
That was it. He entered the room and shut the door behind us.
What?
And I noticed he locked it. That's when I became confused and afraid. I thought he was taking me to get a bunch of free tickets. What could he possibly do in this empty room with me?
Come on, bro.
He approached me, put his furry mascot hand on my shoulder, and then started rubbing from my shoulder to my arm. Then he seemed as though he tried to reach lower with both of his hands, and I pushed him off and yelled, "Stop." That's when the person in the suit lifted the mask off his head, revealing some sweaty, middle-aged man underneath. He started to remove the rest of the costume from himself as he told me to be quiet. I sat there watching, shaking, and plotting my way for the door.
Yo, he was gonna take your cheeks.
He was distracted enough by the suit. I tried to the door, but he grabbed me and told me to stop. He offered me all the free tickets I wanted if I just behaved.
Yo, he was gonna take your cheeks.
And pound on the door. He tried to cover my mouth, but I think he gave up when he realized it wasn't worth the risk for him. I unlocked the door and ran back down the hall in tears. I ran back to my mom, yelling at her about what just happened. She was distraught and went right to the front desk. The girl at the front desk seemed to be in a panic as well, and I think she called for her supervisor. Pretty soon, all the music was stopped, and the place was put into a lockdown of sorts, where all the kids were to go to their parents. A bunch of workers ran to the back section. Eventually, police showed up outside. I had to give my whole story to a crowd of like 6 people, and I was extremely nervous. The man in the Chucky suit was some random creep who snuck into the back section of the building to dress in one of the suits and apparently lure children to the back. Realizing and looking back at that now as a grown adult is disturbing and disgusting. I was the victim of a predator. I never found out if that monster was caught.
He was gonna take your cheeks, bro. Crazy.
I used to work for Chuck E. Cheese very briefly when I was
Chuck E. Cheese pizza used to smack, but now it's nasty as hell.
Workers. I know, not
Chuck
very
E. Cheese,
awe-inspiring.
they really went out of business. That's crazy.
Needed money. All my job really entailed was cleaning tables and keeping the play areas generally clean. Sounds easy, but there was never really a time to just sit and take a breath. There was always something to clean or take care of. I would also be in charge of turning on and off the animatronics, opening the stage curtains, fixing busted arcade machines, and things of that nature.
Man.
My shifts would always be later, from like 4 to 10 p.m. My location closed at 8 on weekdays and 9 on weekends.
Okay.
I'd stay an hour, sometimes 2 hours after, to get the place in top shape, ready for the next day. So this one night, I was working past close like I usually did. Everyone had already left the building, including the other workers, so I was the last one in the building. I was dragging my cleaning cart around the arcade area. I had already turned off all the game machines. I was by that space-themed arcade machine where you had to press the button at the right moment to stop the light on the jackpot bulb. As I was passing by this machine, the space-themed music suddenly emits from the machine at a very loud volume. And all the lights start flashing again. I felt like my heart was in my throat. That's how much it startled me. I fiddled with my keys to access the control port of the machine to turn it off again. I'd never seen anything like that happen before.
I know you didn't.
It suddenly just freaked me out. Only because I was all alone in that big building late at night. The weirdness didn't stop there, though.
Oh, shit.
By this point in the night, I had already shut down the animatronics on the stage. So when I heard Chucky's pre-recorded laugh break the silence of the room, my heart started short and cut off. It sounded glitchy.
That ain't a glitch, bro.
Go backstage and check on the animatronics.
I would have left. Fire me. I don't care. This reminds me of some Freddy Fazbear type stuff, man.
So often.
Shoot.
I would have to go to the control room to turn them off, but this was the second strange thing to happen that night. I started getting paranoid that someone else was in the building with me, but that thought was interrupted, and I noticed that the Chucky animatronic was facing me.
What?
It had angled down perfectly to look as though it was looking at me.
Oh, what the fuck?
Bizarre that I was finding it that disturbing.
Oh, no.
I'm not crazy, but for my own peace of mind, with my eyes on
what
the
you
Chucky
looking?
animatronic,
Yo, why did? Yo, that low-key scared me. I'm not even gonna hold you.
I waited there for a few seconds.
I'm not messing with the eyes, bro.
The spun 90 degrees to face me once more, perfectly. I swear it was once again looking right at me, and then the laughter emitted once again from the animatronic. But in a creepy, glitchy, cut-off manner. This time much louder, obviously because I was right next to it. I ran to the control room to hit the switch to turn everything off on the stage once more.
Bugging, bro.
I left the control room, and the Chucky animatronic was still facing the direction it was moments before. I left the stage through the curtain and just felt uneasy. I was starting to think maybe it was all just getting to my head.
No.
That's when I heard the horrible laugh again come from the stage behind the curtains. That was the last straw. I took my card, clocked out, and left.
Yup.
I texted my boss the next day that I had to leave early because I was feeling extremely sick.
Yup.
He said it wasn't a problem, but he never mentioned anything about the animatronics being left on.
No.
When I asked him if the animatronics had some kind of motion detecting feature to look at people, he said no, they didn't. I'm not the most superstitious guy.
I would never,
I firmly believe I wasn't the only presence in that building.
Ever work at no Chuck E. Cheese's.
There.
This is ruining my childhood, bro. I'm not even gonna hold you.
This is a story from my childhood that I don't like to look back on too much. I was 13. My mom brought my 2 little sisters and I to Chuck E. Cheese one evening. My sisters are 4 and 6 years younger than me, so it was more for them. My mom just wanted me to come along. My mom was playing games with my sisters, so I went to do my own thing. It was my only time ever at Chuck E. Cheese, so I was trying to play every game at least once. Eventually, a worker in a red polo shirt came up to me. He was in his lower to mid-20s, I'd say. He didn't seem that old. He asked me if I wanted some more tokens.
No.
I said, yeah, sure.
Okay.
He told me to follow him.
No.
He led me through this sketchy back door, which led to a back exit. I asked him where he was leading me. He said to his truck. He told me not to tell anyone, but that he had access to all the tokens he wanted.
Yo, he led you out the...
He kept piles of them in his car.
He led you right out the building.
He stopped following when I
What you
realized he was
mean?
leading me to his car. I told him my mom would be mad. He tried to push that I follow him a little more, but I gave up.
No.
Before I walked back inside, he asked for my AIM username, and I gave it to him. I was excited for new friends on AIM. For those of you who don't know, AIM was an instant messenger that was all the rage before smartphones and texting really became a thing.
I don't care.
I don't remember his
tripping.
username. All I know, it was something with his name in it, which was Ben. I would sign on to AIM every single night, including that night after Chuck E. Cheese. I signed in, and I had a few friends online. Next thing I knew, I got a message from Ben. So I added him to my buddy list.
Why?
He said, hey, it's Ben from earlier. I replied, what's up? And we started chatting. He chatted with me as if we were good friends already. I asked him how he was able to get all the tokens he wanted, and he said it's easy when you work there. He told me he was going to come to my house that night with a bunch of tokens. I told him, no, it's okay.
No, it's okay. I would have...
Fine. You
No,
live really close
I
to
wouldn't
me
know.
anyway. I replied, how do you know where I live?
What's up with these stories,
He
bro?
said
They got a
he
bunch
followed
of
my mom
pedophiles
from
in
my
it.
home. I blocked his account immediately. I
Idiot,
was
bro.
beyond scared. I told my friends about it on AIM. Some of them said I should tell my parents or call the police.
And you didn't say
And I
nothing.
waited.
You waited.
He was bluffing. But no, he wasn't. I
Idiot,
heard a
bro.
truck pull up outside through my open window.
Tripping.
I looked out the window and saw the black truck that Ben guy was leading me towards earlier. I saw him get out from the truck, and I know he spotted me because he started walking over to my window.
What?
I pulled the window in and locked it, and then shut the blind. By that point, he was already halfway to my window.
Yo,
He was
what is
waving his arms
that?
at me.
Why?
I ran
Is
to
that
my
a
mom to
duck?
tell her.
That's Chica.
She didn't find it funny.
Oh.
I was kidding at first. But I convinced her after she looked out the
They
window
are so
and saw
creepy.
the black truck begin to speed down the road.
Is that a bear?
My mom wanted me to show her the AIM conversation, but I couldn't, as I had deleted him off my buddy list and blocked him.
Yo.
My parents called the police.
What you
of course,
looking at?
but that was just for peace of
No.
mind. They couldn't do anything besides make a report. The next day, my mom called the Chuck E. Cheese and asked about a Ben. They said they had no Bens who worked there. There were also no employees matching.
I'm
their
really low-key
description.
not even surprised, but that's like, this
Chuck E.
is
Cheese
this
eventually
kind
gave
of the
the
same as the
CCTV
first
footage
story.
from the day before to the police department for an investigation, which turned up no results. My family never went to a Chuck E. Cheese ever again.
Ugh. Never again. Never again. This is exactly why I didn't want to watch no Chuck E. Cheeses, bro. I only went to Chuck E. Cheese's once. What am I talking about, bro? No, bro. Anyway, bro. Them stories low-key creep me out, bro. It was a bunch of pedophiles in there, bro. Real talk. That don't even matter, bro. Make sure y'all like the video, bro. Tell your friends, tell your family about Morning God Game. Morning God Game going all the way up, and we ain't gonna stop, man. I'm getting tired, bro. This is the second video, bro. I have one more video. I have one more video. Actually, I have two more. And then, but the last video is the story time. Y'all can't, bro. Y'all gonna like this story time, bro. This story time is so crazy, bro. Like, it's gonna go crazy, bro. But hey, I hope y'all enjoyed the video, bro. That's gonna be it, bro. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that thumb up. Like a dub, bro. Hit that thumbs up, bro. New video dropping after this one. Back to back to back to back. I love y'all. Peace.